Well, we have got a beautiful morning out this morning. I'm not sure what the temperature is. I think it's around plus 17. It's cool enough to have a fire. You can really feel the heat off the fire though. I'm not sure how nice it'll be this afternoon when it gets a little bit hotter. But one thing for sure about the fire is it does keep the bugs away. It's not very smoky, but I think that extra heat just kind of drives the insects away. They don't like it either. So yeah, just settling down for a little breakfast. Good old porridge, some coffee. Haven't had that for a while. Yeah, I'm going to spend most of the day out today trying to plugging away at that mill. And the goal for today is to get the saw head up on the rails, and we'll see how far we get with putting it together. All the other assemblies go attached to the head. Looking forward to it. This is the last time I was out. I got the bed all leveled and squared, and I rechecked it this morning when I first got here, and nothing's changed. Still nice and level and square. So we'll just carry on from there. I am trying to figure out how to maneuver that the saw head onto the rails. I think I have an idea how I'm going to do it, but we'll see if I can pull it off. More tedious work done. 18 legs for the bed of the mill. A little bit of playing around to get them together. But one more task done. That was the next step after leveling and squaring and then tightening up the frame. So I'll get setting the frame up on those pegs, the legs there, and then we'll check for level. The instructions say to put the second nuts at 3.5 to 4 inches up from the bottom of the leg there. So all those nuts are at 3.5 inches. So it should be fairly close. And then we can fine tune from there. Well, the bed's complete as far as I can take it. Had a little bit of adjustments to do with the legs, etc., and then putting the log holders on and the stop the logs from rolling off. Next would be assembling the saw head. I'm going to partially assemble it on the trailer enough so I can get it onto the bed itself, the rails, and then carry on with the head assembly. First I have to cut some of that metal off to make it easier to take the sawmill head off. Because I have no equipment with me, I'm just strong arming it by myself. So I have to get creative with how I'm going to take it off. We get to try out the Blue Eddy and a plug-in grinder. See how well that does. So that Blue Eddy did a fantastic job. With all that grinding, I'm not sure what the watch drawdown was on it while I was running it. I'll have to take a look at that. While I was running it only came down 1%. I think it started at 87%. It was down to 86% by the time I was done. And like I mentioned before, I wasn't sure how I was going to be able to use the Blue Eddy here at the off-grid cabin. But I'm sure there's going to be ways that pop up, and that was one of them for sure. Just don't know when you're going to need it, right? And this little bug here is what's called a spruce beetle. And they bite really hard. Spruce beetle season right now, so they're flying around everywhere. Oh man, is that ever good. And mushroom soup sauce is excellent. Really adds to those really easy mashed potatoes. Really not much to it. I just threw butter in it. And then mashed them up. And the flavoring from these chorizo sausages mixed in with the mushroom sauce is excellent as well. It's a spicy sausage. So it goes good with the mushroom soup. Oh wow. It's quite warm out right now. I say we're above plus 25 easy. No need for a fire right now. It was good this morning, but now it would be too hot. So the sawmill's coming along nicely. The base is complete. I'm just working on the saw head right now. I got to the point where I can put the bottom part of the head on. And I'm going to try and do is secure the legs and get it onto the rails, the base rails, and then assemble it while it's on the base, because if I throw everything on before I get on the base, it'll be too heavy for me to move. So the way I see it is the base is all level and secure now, so I should be able to put that saw head on it, partially assembled, and then complete the job when it's on the rails. So that's what I'm going to try and do. So here we are. I've got these bottom pieces on the head itself. Those two metal posts, I guess kind of rails, attached to those black things, and those black things are what's going to travel along the rails on the bed. So the next step, it's asking to stand it up. So what I'm going to try and do here is, with this trailer, I'm going to take all the stuff off of it, and then I'm going to wheel it around to this end and try and stand that head up on the bed on that end, with the cutting blade facing, well, the direction we're going here. And we'll give it a try and see how it works. I have a feeling it'll work not bad, maybe a couple little hiccups, but we'll have to see. Center of gravity be pretty low, so I'm not manhandling a lot of weight up high. So it's basically just line it up as best you can, and then put it down. I'm just thinking here. Yeah, I'll have to be careful with that. And of course I did all that maneuvering with the trailer and I forgot to hit record, so anyway, it wasn't much to look at. This is where I'm at. This is what I'm planning on doing. The only problem I see is the nose of that trailer being so light that it comes up, right? And I don't want it to drop down once I remove the weight from the end of the trailer. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to weight the nose of that trailer a bit so it doesn't come down when I maneuver the head of that saw off. So I'll have to line it up perfectly or really good, and then weigh it down, and then remove the saw head from the trailer. We'll see how that goes. That rolls pretty smoothly. So far so good. Well, today's objective is done. I got the power head, saw head mounted on the rails, and I think I'm at a spot where I want to call her good for today. So I got some really good progress done. I wasn't sure I was going to make it this far. Just there's a lot of inventory you got to take on the bolts and hardware and stuff like that, and some are labeled properly or some are not. So it's a little bit of guessing, a little bit of measuring. But I wanted to take my time and make sure I was doing it right. There was a couple times that I had to undo some bolts because I had them in backwards. Wasn't reading the instructions properly, but I'm glad I caught it now and not later on when it was in operation. But all in all, a good day. Yep, a lot of progress done. The base is holding up good. It's nice and level and straight, nice and square. I did a practice roll with it as it is, and it seems to roll fairly freely. There's a point I could just let go of it and it was rolling by itself. Gave it a little bit of momentum and nothing was binding or and stuff like that, so that's good. I think I'm on the right track with this. But for today, I think I'll cover it up. I've got a saw cover for it. I'll cover it up and I'll be back next time. An excellent day at the cabin, even though it was a little hotter than I'd like it. Got a lot done. I got the saw head up on the rails. It's rolling nice and smooth. Everything looks on the base, and the base frame looks really good. As far as my leveling and squaring, did quick back and forth with the saw head, and it rolled really smooth. No bumps, no dips, no slowdowns, no braking, nothing. Ran great. So I'm hoping for a really clean cut lumber once I get to it. I just got what I got left to do on there. It's more of just controls, throttle, etc. The brake, the tank for lubricating the blade while it's running. What else? A lot of other smaller stuff, fine-tuning stuff. Anyway, we'll be able to get that next time I'm out. For now, we're in a spot that I like, and it's nice and secure. I got the cover on it, so the elements shouldn't affect it. I wouldn't think. Anyway, it covers it pretty good. It's pretty big, right? It covers a lot of it. Looks like it's wearing clothes that are about 2 sizes too big. Anyway, I like it. It's I've been watching sawmill stuff on YouTube for about 8 years now, and I've been intrigued about it for that long. So I guess it's kind of like a little dream come true, having my own mill. I used to work in the forestry industry back in my early 20s, back in the 90s, logging in particular, and I really do like working with the wood, the logs and stuff like that. So even though I'm not in my early 20s anymore, it's a young man's job. I still like playing around with it. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, had a couple good meals. Came out for breakfast, which is nice. Coffee and porridge. Relaxed and starting the day. Started a fire when it was cool enough, and then had a really good lunch with chorizo sausage, mashed potatoes, and a mushroom sauce with it. Really enjoyed that. Anyway, I think that's it for today. I'll be back real soon, and working on the portable bandsaw mill, and another little surprise. Anyway, if you made it with me this far, I'd like to thank you, and we'll talk to you later.